To your top. To your top. To your top. Bouncing, baby. Bouncing, baby.
Hey guys, welcome back to Tia Talks, bringing you black and brown people to the forefront to share their stories. And today we're here with Trap Selyna.
Hey, hi, what's up?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling really good, you know. I'm just living in the moment, the energy.
I love it. You look amazing.
Thank you. All thanks to Brendan.
Yes, Brendan Alexander, the stylist. We love him.
We adore him.
Image architect, excuse me.
No, for real.
He put this look together.
He always comes through with a look. A genius.
Yes.
I only work with the best.
Honestly.
Honestly. It's true. It's real.
So tell me, Trap Selyna, TikTok.
TikTok, yeah. I mean, TikTok for me is like, where I started with a lot of my career and ventures. And it
Yes.
just started off by like me making videos and just, the audios becoming the viral top sounds. And then it progressed into me like, doing modeling, getting into an agency, being in music videos,
Right.
making music, just like whatever I wanted to do. It like really pioneered and started everything from the ground.
And it catapulted you.
I think so too. Yeah, I think it's catapulted a lot of people's careers, and
Yeah.
I'm like, really thankful for it. It was a great place to start.
Yeah. So do you have like a relationship with like TikTok in general, like the corporate side of it?
I actually do not.
Oh,
at all.
okay.
I don't really have like direct connections with them, to be honest. I don't. I just make the sounds and that's it.
Wow, okay. And now since Instagram has like these reels, you've also been making content on there as well.
I have, and I actually do have connections to Instagram. I know the people at Instagram.
Okay.
Super sweet people. I love them. They're always very accommodating to me. They're like super sweet. So, I mean, some of the audios that I've made, I also had like some of the top audios in Instagram too.
Okay.
So it's translated, beyond each app, you know?
So do you feel like pressure, like with the fact that like people are like waiting for you to drop content?
I don't feel pressure. I always do everything on when I want to.
Okay.
So content for me is just basically me and my everyday life and my own intrusive thoughts.
Okay.
So, and I just kind of do whatever I want whenever I want to. Like, I don't have like a set schedule. If I don't feel like posting, I will not post. If I feel like posting, I will post. And I always feel like posting because it's just kind of like something that I naturally love to do. Something that people don't know is that I've been making videos since I was 14. So it's so natural for me to be in a camera and make videos by myself and record myself. So I've been doing kind of essentially for years.
Okay.
And it's just now that, I've had the platforms for it to just like go off.
Okay. So you identify with like the term content creator.
I really don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't identify with that term because I feel like some people think it's just a very specific thing. Like I just make videos on the internet or something, and it's not very well respected sometimes.
Right.
Like people try to downplay what you do when you say, "Oh, I do this and the third," or like But like I don't really have a label for what I do. I do whatever I want, so there isn't a label for it.
Okay.
If I want to be a model and I want to stop modeling, I will go and stop modeling. If I want to, be a ballerina, I'm gonna go be a ballerina tomorrow.
Wow, I love that.
Right. It's like you could do whatever you want. So it's like, why pigeonhole myself into something,
Yeah.
one thing? Because I have so many things I can offer,
So has it changed like your family life?
My family life. So my mom is super supportive, so is my dad. And so is my brother. So,
Okay.
and my grandmother and everybody involved. They kind of like, they're like, you're a star. You could do whatever you want. We support whatever you want to do. It's up to you. It's your career. They're just very like, go for it.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
So this is your career. This is your full-time thing.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
all I do. I mean, I am my own career. Like the career is me. Mm-hmm. Me and me alone. It's not like nothing. No one thing that I do dictates the future of what I'm gonna do, or me right now.
Okay.
Or me in the past. It doesn't. Like, it's limitless.
Right. Okay. So now I've also seen that you also stepped onto YouTube, that platform.
Right.
So how has it been going on YouTube?
So YouTube, I am like, they literally attack me because they're like, we want you to post more.
Okay.
So I just post whenever I feel like posting. Everything's like when I want to. YouTube is like not as quick as Reels on Instagram or as on TikTok where I could just share any thought that I want. But on YouTube, it's just a longer format. So what happens is that I don't have the attention span sometimes to sit there for like 15 minutes to make a video. So, and I don't edit anything. So it's just Selyna sitting there saying whatever she wants for 15 minutes.
Okay.
So it's more like that.
Yeah, because I watched like I think it was the last video, it was you going to the deli.
Right.
It was cinematic.
Oh no, see, I will give the girls drama.
Yes.
I am like the experience. Like I have a vision for everything. I think if I told myself that I wanted to get into film just because and just being behind the camera to understand from not only a model's perspective, from a photographer's perspective, because there's a way that I see certain things, and I'm very intentional on how I want things to be perceived and viewed. Since I manage and do everything myself, so I'm like, this is how you're gonna angle the camera. This is how you're gonna take this. This is how I'm gonna do this. And I was like, why do I have to have other people do it for me when I can do it all myself? Like
Right.
I can get that cinematic energy, that cinematic feel that I want, that dramatization of everything. Like I made looking, to the deli look like it's an experience.
It was an experience. The slow-mo with the legs.
Yes.
And then the voiceover.
And I love doing those. I really do. I thought it was the funnest thing on the planet.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, no, I'm going to do this. I want to go to the corner store and I want to record going to the corner store. But like in a really fun way.
Yes, I love that. I feel like you should continue to do the voiceovers. It was just giving like, okay, we're like in your life type of thing. I don't know.
So I told myself that with the YouTube videos, I was like, the direction that I kind of wanted to go in was like almost like reality TV, but just like however Selyna wants to do it, in the moment. So I think like a lot of people on the internet feel like they know me, but they know nothing about me, which is so funny because they be like, oh, Selyna does this, but Selyna does that. If you ask multiple people, they're going to tell you so many different things about me because they're introduced to me in so many different ways.
Okay.
So it's just like, it just shows the multifacetedness,
I love that about you. I love it. So keep being yourself.
That's the key. Like, that's all I'm ever going to be, me.
Right.
I don't got nothing else in this world but myself.
So what advice do you have for other like new people that are like going onto these platforms? They want to create something like grand, like you have made for yourself. Like what advice can you give them?
I think the best advice I can give somebody is be as cringy as possible.
Cringy.
Anything that's cringy, anybody that does anything cringy, literally is the most successful at everything. Like, for example, Justin Bieber. People used to think, him singing and thing on the street was a little cringy at the time. Like, oh, but look where it got him. Like, anybody who's good at what they do cringy shit all the time. Like, I think it's the best thing to do because it's like you genuinely love it, you want to do it. And like, I've gotten a lot of like commentary because I've like done slow-mo videos and I've incorporated in things. I'm like, I want to romanticize my entire life, and if I feel like doing that, I'm gonna do it. I don't care if you think it's cringy. I don't care how anybody else is gonna perceive it. Some people see it as cinematic, some people see it as funny.
Yeah.
Some people are like, oh my god, this is so cringy to me, and I'm just like, okay. Like, that's not the way you perceive my art is not my issue. I know what I made it for. It's pure entertainment regardless.
Okay. That's awesome. So I want to ask you a question that my younger sister, I have a younger sister, she wanted to like ask you a question.
Of course.
She wanted to know how did it feel to like work with Rosalita?
Oh, Rosalia. Okay, so I love Rosalia. Like, I have to start by saying that I absolutely adore her. She's an angel.
Okay.
She's like the kindest, sweetest, genuine person ever. Like, I love her. Like, I can't describe into words how much I adore that woman. I can't. I literally can't. It was an amazing experience. She's just so, I don't know, it's like walking on clouds when you're with her.
Wow.
She's an amazing person.
I love that. So what do you have like coming up for yourself? Like, do you have any major projects?
Well, I mean, I can't discuss all of my projects because, some of them, think. But one thing that I am working on making music just because. Whatever comes out, comes out. But am currently working on a project with my friend Hugo. He wants to do this song with me. He said, can you just get on it? And will you, do it in Spanish? And I said, yeah, of course. And that's what we're currently working on. And once I finish my verse, I'm going to drop it. And then that's it, we'll do that from there.
A verse in Spanish. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, one thing people don't know about me is that I'm an incredible writer. I'm really, really good at writing. I'm a really creative person. And like I tell people, like I have a history in acting and like playing characters and stuff like that. That's why I'm so good at doing it sometimes. And people don't know that about me. And like I dropped out of high school and everything to pursue and do everything that I wanted to do. I just said, I can do this. Why not? Everything that I've achieved in my life is because I've played a character that would get me there.
Okay. So let me ask you a question about this one character that I see like very often in your videos. It's not even a character. It's like the thing where you put the wig on. What's that thing called?
Oh, the wig hat. I mean the wig mannequin thing.
The mannequin head. What's his name?
I don't know the name of the mannequin head. I really don't know. One day, okay, so sometimes I just do weird stuff.
Okay.
So I literally painted the mannequin head. I was like, this mannequin needs a face because I'm tired of looking at this blob. So I painted a face onto her.
Oh.
Essentially.
Oh, it's a her.
It's a her. She's a her. But she plays she's a they them. She plays into
She's non-binary.
She's non-binary.
Oh, we love that.
She uses all pronouns.
Okay.
But I say she because that's my good Judy. I don't know what her name is, and I just kind of like made a video with her. She loves to feature in the video sometimes.
Yes, those videos are so funny.
Thank you. I really love to make people laugh and them to enjoy the content and really sit there and be like, just happy, just feel like my videos are meant to make you feel either empowered, happy, or, feel like I'm that girl and nobody can tell me nothing. And, a lot of people don't have that confidence and they don't understand that having that confidence is success. That is success. Being completely feeling good within yourself in the current state that you are in. So I like to capture that in video and give it to my audience so that they can come back to it and be like, I want to feel like this in this moment in time, and I want to laugh and I want to feel good, so I know where to go to feel like that. Or I want to see a certain cinematic aesthetic done by a girl that I can see like that is like me, and I want that experience for people. That experience to me is everything. That is my gift to the world. That is what I want to leave behind.
Okay, so that's your legacy.
Right.
Okay.
Whatever it is in the current, time.
Okay. So, with what you're doing, all of like the videos and the content, do you feel like you're gonna just like, are you saving all of these like videos like on like a
no?
Or are you just gonna keep it out for the world? Like, what's the plan with that?
There is no plan with that. That's just existing to exist. I mean, I would probably just take it to a grander scale. Like, I'll make a movie. I'll write a whole dialogue for a movie. Take it to Hollywood, be like, here, there's a movie. Go make it.
A movie. I need a movie on your life.
On my life. I think that would be... That's a movie. Now that's a movie.
That's a fucking movie. Because, like, even when that, the last YouTube video, you going to the deli, you dropped so many, like... We got deep into your life a little bit.
I am so much more... dark than people think I am. Like, they think I'm this very bubbly person, and I'm really not that at all. Like, I'm completely not bubbly. I'm not always like, oh my God, making jokes and stuff. Like, people who know me in my everyday life know that I'm very calm. And like, I'm very like, I'm always processing what's around me and analyzing it. I just give off the vibe on the internet that I'm much more like, but I'm really not. Like, if you talk to my friends, they're gonna be like, that is an insightful, very deep thoughted woman, and it's kind of scary sometimes because I'm very intense.
I feel like that like what you just said also is embodied in like a lot of like comedians too. They're very like thoughtful and like dark and like they have these layers to them, but when they're on stage they're like funny, they have the jokes. Like,
I think it's a defense. I really come from that defense mechanism as a kid, always being really ostracized by the people around me. So what I would essentially do is just be always a funny, person in the situation, or always make a joke out of everything that's going on, because I think everything's kind of funny. I'm just like, oh my God, this really happened to me. Like, the most randomest things happen to me that other people would think, oh my God, that's terrible. And I'm like, no, girl, this is just my life.
Right.
It happens all the time to me. Like, this is nothing new to me. And I feel like by the way people have treated me, I just kind of took it and made it into art. That's it. And I feel like, you know, I had a really hard time for a while, or currently actually, where I was like, I don't want to do funny videos because I don't want people to not take me serious. Because I'm a very serious woman. Like, business and any field, I'm very serious.
Right.
It's not all fun and giggles with me all the time. Like, I don't got time for that. So I kind of was struggling with that, with people taking me serious. And it's not like I'm pursuing a career in comedy necessarily. It's not like, you know, thing. But I never say never. Like, you know, if they call me for SNL, babes, I'm in SNL.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying?
Manifesting. Let's get you on SNL. Trap Selyna.
I know, and that's just kind of like, I kind of wanted to, you know, The Simple Life, how Paris is always on doing something new.
Yes.
I want to be like that. Like,
okay.
I'm the type of girl that that's real life for me. Like, if I want to be a farmer, I'm going to be a farmer. Like, I would really do it. Like, people don't understand.
Okay, farmer.
Yeah, like, and I'm going to make it look like farming is the best thing on the planet.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to tell people that I just don't only do comedy. Like, it's not something that I'm actively pursuing. It's just something that, it's a skill that I'm really good at because I'm very multifaceted in that skill.
Okay.
You know, like something that I've been doing for years, so it's like very natural to me to be funny, you know?
Right.
And it's just natural to me. So it's a part of my art form. But there are more serious things that I do, such as my modeling. When I'm modeling and I'm doing these high fashion shoots, I'm very serious. Like, the people on set will tell you, ain't no stopping. I'm not complaining about the heels. I'm not complaining. I'll complain about it beforehand.
Right.
I'll complain about it after. But during, absolutely not. It's like, you're not going to tell nothing hurts. I'm not uncomfortable. You're not going to see none of that. I will sit on that camera and I will work for hours. I'm very hardworking and I love to work. I'm obsessed with it.
Okay.
Like, that is my passion. Like, I love to work. I love to be active. I love to, like, I want to be on set for 9 hours doing something. I want to be on set from 6 a.m. to, like, you know, 10 p.m. I want to work. I love to, whatever it is. And it could be the most randomest thing in the world. I want to do it. That sounds like fun. If it sounds like fun, I'm going to do it.
Right. Okay. So you did mention that you dropped out of high school.
Yes.
Why?
I dropped out of high school because I was having, like, the worst panic attacks. Like, I felt like I'm a very sensitive person, so everything around me was just affecting me to the point where I couldn't get on a train. I had, like, a mental breakdown. I didn't leave my house for 3 months. So, and I would only come out in the nighttime, this is a funny story.
How long ago was this?
This was when I was, like, 17, 18.
Okay.
I'm 20 now, so I'll turn 21 next month. So what happened was, and this is how life works, which is very ironic. So the only time that I would go outside was in the nighttime with this group of friends that I've known since middle school, and I would only come out in the night. So what would happen is that we would go to this hookah lounge in the night, like it's like a hookah Dominican food, like, you know, like they sell like burgers and stuff in their hookah. So I would go in, and every time that I would go in, you know, in the night, like, I'm talking about 10 in the night. Like, I would be there till, like, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and then we would leave, and that's the only time I would come out, and that's the only time I felt safe. So every time I went in, on the screen was Rosalia always playing.
Oh.
And she was every time I walked in, she was always playing. Like, that is, like my, like, biggest, fondest memory of her, like, that I remember when I was first introduced to her. And I told her, I was like, yeah, isn't it ironic that, like, we're here now? And I used to see you all the time. And, like, to me, it was just kind of like, that's how my life is kind of funny like that.
Yeah.
Like, it will put people into my life. And then further along, I'll do something with them that's great and amazing. So I'm, like, I'm very much blessed to have that, like, I don't know, like that everything just flows. And I let everything flow. Like, everything has its time.
Right. So it was like a full circle moment, basically.
Yeah. And, like, I was, like, kind of glad that I got depressed and sad because, like, you know, I got to see her videos every day.
Yes.
In the nighttime. I don't know. It brought me joy, and I loved watching, and I kept rewatching them. I was like, oh, my God, who is this girl? Like, I want to know more about her. And to me, that was just, like, I don't know, like, the happiest time in that dark time in my life. Because I couldn't get on a train. I couldn't go nowhere, so I had to stay in my neighborhood. I couldn't take no public transportation.
Why?
Because it was just kind of like, I used to get jumped a lot as a kid.
Oh, okay.
All the time. So I was always fighting. So in school, I was always fighting. Not because I did anything.
Right.
I mean, I have a smart mouth, and I knew how to fight. Like, I was fighting. I never lost a fight. But back in the day, so that's where, like, when I tell people, like, I don't always want to have that rah-rah energy because it triggers me. So when I do those funny videos where I'm portraying myself living in New York City, or like things, because that's where the first skits that I started doing was like me portraying myself in New York City. Those are real life experiences that I had. And what ended up happening is that I re-triggered myself into making those videos, and it was just like kind of like this cycle, and I got really sad and depressed. So that's why I say I don't really want to do comedy, because comedy comes from a place of like what really happens, like what you truly think or what you truly experience, and just turn into something good. But it could trigger you too. So that's why I was just kind of like, that's why kind of like the comedy is a little sensitive for me, where I'd be like,
Okay.
and I want to be taken very seriously,
Right.
you know?
Okay, so on social media, I'm sure like there's people reaching out to you or like in the comments being rude and like cyberbullying. So how are you able to just like, I guess like not even pay attention to it, or do you pay attention to it?
Well, it depends on the day.
Okay.
It depends on the day, because I'm very much the type of girl where I'll pop off when I need to. You say something slick enough, and I might say something slick enough right back, but I'll turn it into a joke, you know? But most of the time I kind of like don't care for people's opinions.
Okay.
Because I'm like sucked into my own world, where it's like I barely read comments or like go in my DMs. Like I'm like, if I so happen to see it's because I just posted and I refreshed, and like I was just there for 3 seconds and I may have seen something. But honestly, I don't care.
Okay.
It doesn't, like, for the most part, it doesn't really affect my everyday like living. I'm just kind of like, girl, please, I don't got time for that.
Right.
I got other things to do, like, so I keep myself occupied.
Okay. And then I also noticed that like you've been going on live a lot.
Yeah, I always go live.
Okay. So is that like, what's your purpose with going on live?
Anybody that joins my live is there to actually sit there and talk to me.
Okay.
And I just talk about whatever I want to talk about. Like, I do whatever I want. So if I'm like, I feel like being on live and talking to a group of people that love and adore me and are here to like listen to whatever I'm feeling. Like, I think a lot of my supporters are very, they love me. Like, they adore me. It's like, I feel like they're like my kids. Like, I'm talking to kids.
Oh.
That's how I feel like. They're like my children. I don't know, it's weird. Like, I feel very maternal to them.
Okay.
I'm very protective of them. I love them, I adore them, but I also have very strict boundaries with them, and they know the rules. Like, when you're on live, you can't, there's certain things we cannot talk about. Absolutely not. You know? And I have that very strict boundary with the public in general, because it's just kind of like, this is what we're not going to do. You know? I'm not tolerant of certain things, and that's it.
Okay.
And we're just not going to do them. So as long as you can keep those rules, we'll sit in live and we'll chat it up and we'll talk, and you guys can comment, and we'll talk about whatever. You know?
Okay. So with dealing with the public, what are some of those rules?
I think some of those rules are kind of essentially like...
Or your boundaries.
My boundaries.
Yeah.
We don't talk about my body. We don't talk about... there's no nitpicking at like yourself or anything like being like, you know, thing, or like just being like hateful or like all that negative energy. Like, we could joke, we can keep... But, like, it's just very much, like, no talking about my autonomy. Because I feel like a lot of people are very quick, when you're a woman on social media, they're very quick to bring up, oh, you look like this. Oh, why is your hair not done? If I got on a live and I didn't want to do my damn hair, and I'm going to sit up on that damn live looking with a crooked lash and eyeshadow half missing, and, like, I look crazy, that's what it is, and we're not going to talk about it.
Right.
It's final. And, you know, you get blocked and that's it. We don't got time for that.
Goodbye.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm very, 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 I make sure to post myself without makeup, without my hair did, without certain things did, because it just shows that I'm a real person. Because I think when you build an image where you're not real or you don't look human, they treat you like you're not human. And they're very quick to do that to women in this industry. Where, oh, I got my hair done, my nails done, and I always look great when I'm posted up.
Right.
Oh, so I can critique everything. I can nitpick her up and down. No, you're not allowed to do that. So now I'm going to post looking a little rough.
Yeah.
And I like it. And to see that I'm a person and there's a human behind this. And I, like, you know, I tell people to do that all the time, especially in media, because it's just so important.
Yeah, I actually really, like, agree with you on that, too, because I feel like there's like an overuse of just, like, the filters.
Oh, that face app needs to go. I've been said that for a while.
Yeah.
Drop the face app.
The smoothing nerves, the accentuation of the lips. And
I mean, listen,
it's a lot.
I tell people, I'm like, you're going to trigger yourself.
Right.
Because when you don't look like that person that you feel like on the internet, you're going to feel like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And it's like, it brings panic and it disrupts you. Like, we get pimples,
Yeah.
you know, makeup is not always all the way. Sometimes my makeup is one shade too light, one shade too dark. Like, I'm like, damn, girl.
Right.
The eyebrow crooked, the lashes, I got 3 lashes missing, I got eyelashes.
Yes.
You know, and that's the reality of it. Sometimes I don't got my nails done, don't got this
Yeah.
done, child, because
You're a human.
I'm a person.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Yeah.
And I always like, and everybody always wants me to have like hair did, makeup. I'm like, girl, I'm not putting on a wig. I keep a wig on for 2 days.
Right.
I put it on because I felt like it. Now it's off. Now leave me alone. Don't talk about it. I don't want to hear nothing about the wig. Can you bring this color back? No. I do what I want in that moment.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very strong about that. And I tell everybody, that's how you should be. It's whatever you want in the moment. It's whatever you are in control of your image. It's yours. Take it. Don't give the public the ability to tell you what you can and cannot wear. If I want to dress in all goth and dark and wear dark makeup and eyeliner, that's what I'm going to do. And I don't
Yeah.
care who feels any way about it.
That, Selyna, that's actually a very powerful message.
Yeah, that's what I tell. That's what I keep telling people. When you go back to my videos and you see me busted hair and I'm not all the way done up and I'm like talking about I'm still the prettiest, baddest in the planet. I want you to feel that, take that, and run with it. Because I wish I would have had that when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have watched somebody and be like, damn, you know, I would have wished to see women like me on media being the way that I am. So that's what I'm becoming for them. That's why I see them as my children, maternal.
Right.
You know, like, I'm very overprotective about them. I do check them, though. I will cuss them out.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't play that. See, it's a bittersweet love. It's a bittersweet. Because I
Okay.
will check them. I'll be like, you played yourself.
Do you have a name for your fans?
I call them the trap dolls. Because
The
I'm trap
trap
Selyna,
dolls.
so they're trap dolls.
Okay.
You know, they're like my little, I love them. I wanna meet them and thing, but I have very strict rules with them.
Right.
I do, even with the younger kids, I have this rule where if you are not like 17, I do not think you should come up to me by yourself without a parent, because you don't know me. You know me on the internet, but you don't know me, because I don't think that's safe for kids. And I explain that to them when I see them. I'm like, I know that you're very excited to meet me, and I love and adore you, but you're a kid. You know, I'm a grown adult woman. You know, you don't know me. Like, that's scary. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Because that's how people in this world take advantage of you, especially young girls. I'm like, they get excited. Oh my God. That's scary. And I tell them that. I'm like, you need to have a parent around. You know what I'm saying? I love you. I adore you. Sometimes I'll take a picture with them because, like, I feel, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But I'll be like, go home. What are you
Okay.
doing outside? You know what I'm saying? Up to no good.
Yep.
So I'm very much like, and they'll tell you that. They'll be like, Selyna told me that I can't go do this. This is bad. And I'll tell them. I will. I'm very much like that. And they know it.
So, Selyna, and you're pioneering as well.
Oh, yes, I am.
Yes.
One step at a time.
Yeah. And I just want to like let you know, like, all that you've done so far, you really had like a huge impact, you know? And I want to give you like your flowers too, because I
Thank
feel like you
you.
deserve it. I feel like you're doing a lot. Like,
You know what's so
making content.
I feel like I don't do anything.
Really?
I feel like it's not enough. That's the workaholic in me where I'm like, I don't think this is enough. I
Well,
need more.
don't overwork yourself. Just enjoy
No,
it.
I want to listen, baby, I'm trying to be 30-something and a millionaire and sleeping.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
And that's
if that's
how I
what
want
you want.
And that is what I want.
So what do you want? Tell me.
Well,
Let's
what I want-
manifest.
Well, what do I want? I want a very diverse career in whatever I feel like doing. So if I'm in my early 20s, I told myself in my early 20s, I'm going to model, do the magazines. Maybe in my 40s, I'll do a TV show, hosting a show.
Okay.
You know, giving very much Miss Wendy.
Yes.
You're right. And then I
Okay.
think in like maybe my 30s, I'll take on some roles or something as an actress and have my moment as an actress. And then we gonna make like maybe 2-3 albums because I feel like it.
Okay.
And then I'll probably be a ballerina one day now. So
Okay.
because it's random, why not?
Okay, so I'm gonna keep you accountable.
No, I'm definitely gonna get it done. Like, I'm very much like that. I will get it done though.
Yes.
If I say I'm gonna do something, I will do it, and it's done.
Yeah.
Like, point blank. Period.
It's gonna happen.
I don't wait for nobody to do anything. I do it myself.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, keep pushing.
I have and I will.
Yes.
I will. I do it not only for me, but for other girls like me. You know, I want to like show like you can do whatever the fuck you want. period. You
Yes.
should be able to have the freedom to do that. And I feel like women never have the ability to fully express themselves or fully be able to think that they can do something. Girl, you could do it all. It's a male-dominated world, but it's about time that stops. I
Right.
feel like
We gotta take over.
gotta take over.
Yeah.
Unity in whatever capacity.
Yes.
You know.
Well, I love that, Selyna. I just want to thank you so much for coming on to Tia Talks
Course.
and just sharing a little piece of your story with me.
A little bit. but,
Yeah,
you know.
because you have so much more to go. Do you have any last words for the people listening?
Any last words for the people? Do whatever you want. Period.
Hey, okay, we out. Tia
Okay.
Tia's out later.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Okay.
So hot like the pot been cooking. Come to your talks if you out here pushing. A&R fans and brands stay looking. You know who to call when you ready for a booking. Now shorty bad, watch the way she walk.